Welcome back to Game Brothers. This is episode number 5, titled, Why Zelda Wii U Will Come Out This Fall. Now, neither me or Will here are big fans of speculation, rumors, and all-around bullshit. But there have been 3 or 4 specific things that have happened in the last week or two that led me and them both to believe, without question, that the Zelda Wii U title will come out this fall.
Yes.
Now, we're going to do it in stages and why we feel this way. Now, the first one, and we're going to show you these on screen, what these actually are. The first one is the one that I take was probably the greatest salt of all.
Yeah.
Right now, go to Walmart.com. If you type in Zelda 2, literally the number 2 for Wii U, that we're showing on the screen now, it will bring up a game. Now, in the placeholder, and you know, it's common for any place, like you go to GameStop.com for games that have been announced down the road. Well, there's a place for Zelda 2 for the Wii U. And the release date is 12/31 of this year.
Yep.
So already you're thinking this is a placeholder, it means nothing.
And the price too, the $99.96 or whatever.
Yeah, it's $99 price. And you can go ahead and pre-order this title. But if you go down to the information on it, you know, it's very accurate. Made by Nintendo, action RPG.
Now, this isn't Hyrule Warriors.
No, because it's made by Nintendo.
Yeah.
And in the description, it specifically says, you know, the Zelda game, blah, blah, coming out Q4 of 2014.
Yeah. Never
in these games, you know, these games that are coming out, that have been announced, do they ever say, like, a release date. It specifically says Q4 of this year.
Yeah.
And they didn't, you know, somebody at Walmart.com doesn't just make this information up.
Yes.
They're vetting from someone.
That's right.
They're letting you pre-order this title because obviously we know it's coming, but they're bold enough to give you a little description and say it's coming out this year.
Now, for example, to go along with this, when the Earthbound got re-released for the Wii U, for the Virtual Console, there was also a placeholder for December 31st. And I believe it was in June or whenever it was, and they brought it out that day or whatever at the Direct.
Yeah, it was July 13th when that game came out.
Yeah. So, you know, that was a deal like that as well, where they had a later release date. And, of course, it did come out way sooner than that, but just so you know, those placeholders are common.
Yeah, they're commonplace, but they also never released date or any kind of guarantee. You just had the title and nothing else.
Yeah.
That's for a remake. I mean, a re-release. It wasn't modified, so they get, you know, there's still no description on it.
That's right.
But the description, there's actually a description for this with release date in it. So we'll throw that out there. Now the second piece, making its way around the internet lately, which you've probably seen, even though not all major news sites have advertised this, supposedly a user on a forum, a Zelda forum, he claimed his friend had a leaked page from E3. And what the E3 page had were the big 3, Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo. What their main press, you know, they had the initial press conference, and what games they will be showing on the press floor, video, and what could actually be played.
And supposedly this guy, I think, was a member of the Treehouse, what they call that Nintendo thing where they work on them.
Yeah, like they had their, you know, specific list.
Yeah.
Now, I want to have Will read you. First of all, I want to tell you the heavy hitters. You know, on Microsoft's end, it has Halo 5, Gears of War 4, you know, third-party stuff like Star Wars Battlefront 3, and big stuff like that.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, of course. Star Wars Battlefront 3, yeah, you're right.
And then on Sony end, obviously, they had a name for it. They had Uncharted 4, but they had a title for it. What was it?
Uncharted 4, The Sunken Blade.
The Sunken Blade.
It says tech demo.
Yeah, which means they would show it when actually, you know. And then I believe it was the God of War 4.
God of War 4, Destiny, Gameplay, PS4, Drive Club.
Now, and if it says on Nintendo's, you know, it'd be a video, which would be a direct, which we know will happen. And it had a bunch of games on there. The surprising one was what, Will?
The Legend of Zelda, Shard of Nightmare. Singular. Not nightmares, nightmare. Shard of Nightmare.
So, obviously it's odd because, you know, even though we know for sure, they said the last, you know, for 2 years now, they're showing this game at this E3. It's on this list with a title. You know, also on this list is like, I believe, a sequel or prequel to Xenogears for Wii U.
Yeah, Bayonetta 2, Castlevania, Symphony of the Night, the 3DS, Hyrule Warriors.
And, you know, this list, I mean, is it real or fake? If it's real, it's one of the hugest, biggest leaks in E3 history.
Yeah.
My only problem with this list is it reads like a dream. Microsoft's bringing out their biggest first-party sequels.
Yeah.
Sony is as well. The Dream third-party titles are all coming out. And Nintendo's got some decent titles. and Zelda as well. You know, my biggest problem with this list now is it has the subtitles.
Yeah.
Shard of Nightmare, Legend of Zelda. Well, if everyone knows, Halo 5 Guardians was announced today. On that list, it does not say Halo 5 Guardians.
Nor does it say the Pokemon remake, which I thought was funny. A couple days later, coming out, we saw the remake. Nothing about it on here either. And I thought that would have been something that would be a huge thing.
Yeah, it wasn't. The Pokemon comes November. The remakes, like you said, 2 days after this list dropped, they came out. There's no way Nintendo does not fucking show those games. E3.
Yeah.
So we're gonna, we discredit the list, but still, there's a lot dangling out there. Now, the third biggest thing is Nintendo Japan President Satoru Iwata said just recently, and I quote, at the investor meeting in Japan,
yes,
he made this big rant about one game can change a system's life forever. He quoted the original Game Boy, which had run its life. Its sales were as worst they've ever been because it was the end of its run.
It was after Tetris and all that. Yeah.
And that's when two versions of a specific game came out in Japan called Pocket Monsters, which came out here in, I believe, 98, Pokemon Red and Blue. And they were massive. And when they came out in America, there'd be a Pokemon Yellow came after that, but the game always had more units than ever had after it was dead. He was quoting that. He said he believes there is one such game coming out for the Wii U that can change it that much. And he also made the comment, they're already working on the hardware after Wii U, the next system. But he said they wouldn't present this system until he felt the Wii U owners were satisfied.
Yes.
They continued to say that one game could change a fortune. We know that game is not anything that already came out. We know it's not Mario Kart 8, which comes out on May 30th. We also know it's not Super Smash Brothers, where they title on that, which is currently Winter 14.
Yeah.
There's only one game we know for sure, unless they have a surprise they're going to show E3 that we don't know about, and that's The Legend of Zelda. And we also know the producer of the title said he's heavily influenced by playing Skyrim and other games like that, and DLC interests him. Is it possible for a Zelda game to come out, be shown at E3, be playable, come out this year, and be a killer app in new systems? Is it possible?
It's definitely possible. And one thing I'll mention to that, if anybody has seen the footage, I'm sure everybody's seen the direct to Smash Bros.
Yes.
That game is complete, or near completion. It has to be. Obviously, Mario Kart 8 it's complete as well. It's coming out in just a couple weeks. What are the studios working on?
If you watch the Nintendo Direct videos, the Smash Bros. Direct came out before the Mario Kart 8 Direct, about 2 to 3 weeks. If you watch that Smash Direct, it's like watching an in-depth review of that game.
Yeah.
There is no question that game is done.
Yeah.
We know the Mario Kart one didn't show as much as the Smash Bros. One did, and it comes out in May. So, is it possible? Smash, they said quarter 4 14. But you assume November, the typical Black Friday on that release date.
Yes.
With Pokemon will come out together, I'm sure. Or is it possible Smash Bros. Gets bumped up to an August, September, October release, and the Mighty Zelda comes out of nowhere for November release?
Well, something we discussed too is it doesn't make a lot of sense that Smash would come out on the 3DS in, was it July, they're saying,
yes.
August, summer, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then why would you wait 3 or 4 months to bring the Wii U one out?
Yes.
Especially those combined, trophies, whatever they are, you have, you can get from both games. I just think it makes a lot of sense. It seems like that people will get burned out in the 3DS version. Obviously, you don't get burned out in Smash, but it doesn't make sense why it would be pushed back so much. Why would they separate them so much?
Me and Wilson last year at E3, the phone's ringing, ignore it in the background. Last year at E3, we saw Nintendo's most crucial E3 ever. And we were disappointed while they released.
Yes.
And this E3 has to be even more crucial. Nintendo's all, know how much the Wii U is failing, how much they're getting dominated by the other systems now that are outrunning. Where are the games at? Where are all the resources at? Yeah. They're making a new system, and they're finishing up maybe the best game ever made. If it is a killer app, the new Zelda.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is a lot more fishing is going on right now than there normally is.
And not only that, you look at all the stuff now they're recently coming out with. You get to see the little the Infinity type stuff they're gonna be doing with the Nintendo characters now. It seems like Nintendo's making a big effort right now, and I just wouldn't be surprised. They have to pull out all the stops right now.
Something we said before in a previous episode was when the Wii was out, Nintendo was on top of the world, and the games that came out for it lacked creativity. The GameCube was in the dumps. Nintendo was their heightened area of creativity. Mario Kart 8 looks incredible. Smash Brothers looks incredible. The best game ever made could come out in November, and you can quote us on it. We'll see you next time.